Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Dave. Welcome back to Wilde Reads. Today we've got a little tag video for you. This is the reading habits tag. Let's go. Roll the titles. Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the book. I keep on saying the book buying tag. I've already done the book buying tag. This is the reading habits tag. And I was looking around. I know everyone's done this. Everyone and their dog has done this tag. Some of the oldest ones I've seen are going back 4 years or more even. The oldest one I found and the original tag, because there is an updated version of this that I'm not doing. So this is the original questions in the original tag. And this was created by the Book Jazz, and I will link the original video in the downstairs section. So this was created in 2012, and if you look on Wikipedia, a lot of people say that BookTube didn't come around until about 2014. So this predates BookTube, this tag, and I'm going to read the questions off my trusty iPad, and I can't make these questions big. Oh my god, where's it gone? I can't make these questions bigger for some reason, so I'm gonna have to go old school and put the old specs on. So straight in with it today, no mucking about. Question 1: do you have a certain place at home for reading? Not a certain place, there's many places. There's this chair, which I mentioned on my newbie tag video, which seems like ages ago now. It's only 3 weeks. So do you have a certain place at home for reading? No, I've got many places at home for reading. This chair, I've got the new chairs downstairs which I use just anywhere really. So not a certain place, but many places. I still haven't got round to reading in the bath yet. I can't manage it. I can't manage reading in the bath. Number 2: bookmark or random piece of paper. Well, I've got bookmarks. I've got quite a few bookmarks, but I tend to use anything that's to hand, and I do have something very nice to show you. Now this, wait till you see this. You see that? This is a channel bookmark that's been cross-stitched with, look, even the tassels in channel colours. We love a bit of branding at Wilde Reads. So Vicky made this for me, so I'm very grateful, so thank you very much. Isn't that good? I love it. So I'll be using a bookmark from now on, a proper bookmark. And what I have been doing recently as well, because in the past I've used anything: train ticket, bus ticket, receipt from the book when I bought it, some random scrap of paper, credit card, anything to because I can't dog ear pages. I've never been a dog earer, and I can't. I hate it. I hate dog earing pages, so I don't do that. But yeah, so anything. But now I'll be using the new Wilde Reads channel bookmark. Question 3: can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? Good question. Depends what mood I'm in. I do like a book with short, stubby chapters, because I do like to end on a chapter. I don't have to, but I do like to. I think I was worse when I was younger. I just had to stop at a chapter. I couldn't stop anywhere else. If I stopped midway through a chapter or just at the end of a random page, something in here said, you're not going to remember that story unless you finish at a chapter. But I'm not so bad now, so I can generally stop where I want. Question 4: do you eat or drink while reading? No, not really. I don't like eating while reading, if you're finger eating, because I don't like getting grease and grime on the pages of the book, so I tend not to do that. drink. It depends whether I do love tea. Us English love our tea, and so I do have to have a cup of tea while I'm reading. Not all the time, but just every hour or so. But alcohol, I have found to my cost that the consumption of alcohol and the reading of a book are not happy bedfellows. They do not go well at all. I just can't remember what I've read. So yes, tea, no eating, and tea, lots of tea. Which reminds me, I should have tea now. Should I stop for tea? No, I'll plough on. I'll plough on. Number 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading. Now this is a bit of a contentious subject in this house because Vicky can read and have the TV on. I can't do that. It's a distraction. Music, yes, sometimes, but not the TV. If there's a conversation going on the television, I can't read. I can't read a conversation and listen to a conversation. So I prefer a bit of peace and quiet actually when I read. So that's that one. 6, one book at a time or several at once. This is a good one. I've noticed many booktubers on here have got this extraordinary ability to be able to read more than one book at a time, or more than one work of fiction at a time. I cannot. I've tried and I cannot do it. I can read a novel and a non-fiction together. I can do that quite easily, and I have done successfully in the past, but I cannot read two fictional. I cannot be in two fictional worlds at the same time in my head. And I know you're not physically holding two books and reading them at the same time, but I just can't do it. I can't train my mind to be able to do it. I'd love to be able to do it because I think I'd get more reading done, but I can't do it. I have to stop, and it's all right if I've got a history book, if I've got a non-fiction book going on at the same time, or I don't know. I'm just looking at this shelf over here, seeing what I've got. I can't even do a novel and short stories. I've got to have one or the other. So the answer to that question is one book at a time or several at once. Definitely not several at once, but if it was a novel and a non-fiction, yes, I can do it. If it's two works of fiction, no chance. I can't do it. But I do admire those that can. 7, reading at home or everywhere, pretty much everywhere. We had a holiday in Bulgaria at the start of June. We went to Bulgaria for a week, and I took about 5 books with me. Didn't get anything done. Sitting around the pool, just people watching all the time. It's just too much of a distraction. I had high hopes for that holiday. I thought it was going to be. It was a fantastic holiday, but I thought it was going to be a good excuse to get a lot of books under my belt, and I failed. I even left. I started one. We got on the plane at Gatwick. Bear with me. We got on the plane at Gatwick. I started Edna O'Brien. Is it The Red Chairs? The Red Chair by Edna O'Brien. I left it on the plane. I got 3 chapters in. We landed. I left it on the plane. So that didn't get off to a great start. I took Graham Swift, Last Orders. Took that with me. Didn't even start it. I took Daphne du Maurier, Rebecca. Didn't even start it, although I have read it now, because that was the last book before Cozy Reading Night. Have you seen the vlog? That I read, and that I will be featuring Rebecca in my wrap up. I've gone off on a massive tangent now. I do realise this. Where were we? Reading at home or everywhere. Yes. So I didn't get any reading done on holiday. Are you still with me? I hope you are. So yes, I do take a book to work. Because we get a lunch break, so I tend to eat lunch and read. And yeah, so pretty much just at home. I wish I did read. That's one regret from the holiday, is that I didn't get any reading done. Vicky whipped her way through about 3 books on holiday. I didn't get anything done. June was a bad reading month for me. Okay, question, where are we? We are reading out loud. This actually says reading out loud or silently in your head. Hello? Who reads out loud? Unless you're reading to a child. Does anyone still do that? Oh, I hate people that do that. You know when people, they're reading and you can hear them just whispering the words. Oh, I can't stand that. That really winds me up. Or even people that drag their finger along the page when they're reading. I don't even like to see people doing that. So yes, I'm a silent reader. But you can. I wonder if I'm the same as everyone else. Let me know in the comments if you do this. As you're reading the words, do you hear someone speaking those words? Do you physically hear it in your head? Because I do. Does that make me weird? I don't know. And even the characters. Do you give the characters certain voices? Because I can hear everything. I'm a very visual reader, so I can hear and see everything that's going on. I recently read, as I said before, Rebecca, and it was such a visual read. And I haven't seen any of the adaptations or I haven't even seen the film. I don't think the 1941 with Laurence Olivier, although I do plan to because it's on YouTube. But when I was reading that, it's like you were there. You could actually see and hear, and it was brilliant. It was a very visual read. So that was that question. So yes, the answer to the question, silently. Question 9. Do you ever read ahead or even skip pages? I used to have a really bad habit that I'm so glad that I broke. I used to read the last paragraph on the last page of the book. Don't ask me why. Do not ask me why. Because going back to Rebecca, if you'd have read anything on the last page, it would have given the game away, and it would have spoilt it entirely, because that book ends on such not a cliffhanger, but it ends on such a visual note that it just would have spoilt it for me. So yeah, I used to have that really bad habit. I used to read the last page. I don't know why, but I'm so glad I broke that, because that would have ruined a lot of books for me. So no, I don't read ahead. Sometimes I might have a little skim just to see how long the chapters are going to be. But no, I certainly don't skim, because to me, I don't feel like I would have read the book. I didn't want this to be a long video, and it's turning into a long video. I apologise. Breaking the spine or keeping it like new. I don't destroy books. I keep them pretty much as I find them. And even, as you know, I buy a lot of books in charity shops, and I don't buy the ones that are certainly not dog-eared, and I certainly I like to get a clean copy. So which is not always possible in the charity shops, but no, I don't break spines. Don't like it. Do you write in your books? No, never. Who does that? Unless it's a textbook. I suppose I used to do with textbooks. And I don't get proof copies. I know a lot of reviewers writing proof copies and dog-ear proof copies, but no, never. And who do you tag? I don't think there's anyone. This is question 12. Who do you tag? I don't think there's anyone on BookTube that hasn't done this tag. So if there is, and you're watching this, and you haven't done the reading habits tag, then tag yourself and say that I tagged you, because as far as I'm aware, everyone has already done this tag. So that was it. That was the reading habits tag. I hope you enjoyed it. We're running at 14 minutes, nearly 15 minutes. I'm going to try and edit this down a little bit, because I want to start making short, snappier videos for you. So thank you for watching. And also, thank you, because last night the channel went over 100 subscribers, and the channel's only, as I film this, 3 weeks old today. So if you're new, thank you for subscribing. Means a hell of a lot. I never thought I'd get to 100 in 3 weeks. Thank you, and I hope you're continuing to enjoy what I do for you. So yes, keep watching and like and subscribe and comment and all that friendly stuff. And talk to me on Twitter, on Instagram coming soon. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you. I'm going to film another video in advance because we're off for a long weekend up to Yorkshire. So I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.